Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be mid-August readings for the sign of Scorpio. What is going on, Scorpio? How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, Scorpio, wherever you are in the world, I hope you are safe, happy, and healthy at this time. Please continue to ensure that for yourself and for all those you love and care about. Still a global pandemic, friends, so, hang in there. Anyway, Scorpio, let's get into it. Everything you need from me is already in the description box. The timestamp is down there if you want to jump ahead. You'll also find down there the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. If you have a question before you place an order, just go ahead and use the same email address and I will answer you as soon as I can. And also down in the description, you will see the link to my Instagram. If you want to follow me over there, that name is EmpathicFire Tarot, okay? No other announcements, so let's just go ahead and get into it. For Scorpio, please, let's see some messages, energies, and insights for Scorpio in mid-August 2020. Mid-August 2020 for Scorpio. Messages, energies, and insights, please, at this time. They want a bridge, okay. One more, thank you. Alright guys, let's do this. Let's do it! Scorpio. Okay. Five of Swords. King of Pentacles. Yikes. And one more please for Scorpio in mid-August. One more for Scorpio in mid-August. And the Queen of Swords. Oh, and something else. What's that? Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. I think it goes like that. Okay. Oh. Two? Yep. There is saying it's two different things or two different people. Ay Dios mío. And it's very similar. So let's see. They're saying it's two different. Okay, so let's address the first different thing or person or situation. The first one is the Five of Swords with the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles could be earth sign, represents earth sign energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be dealing with an earth sign, but you don't have to be. And the second, whatever the second different thing is, person, place, things, I don't know what it is just yet, is the Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could also be dealing with an air sign or not at all. It's a general take what resonates, leave what does not. Listen. For some of you, this is a severing of ties, completely, like down the middle, maybe severing or divvying up of property, resources, maybe money, because you got two cards of Pentacles. But first I see this person here who looks pretty smug and content, but actually they are going to be losing out on something, because when you have the Five of Swords, Scorpio, and take your pick on what side you're on. You might not be on either side. You might just be witnessing someone go through this, a friend of yours, a colleague, a family member, whatever. But there is this feeling of having the victory, Five of Swords, and feeling secure in it with the King of Pentacles. However, they're like, yeah, the King of Pentacles is very significant in the sense that even if this person, because what we see with the Five of Swords is a shallow victory, a hollow victory. It's like you're saying you won, or you're saying you came out on top, but you're actually losing out on something. And what we will normally point out is that this person is standing with all five swords to themselves, and in the distance you've got two other people who walk away. In some cases, whoever this King of Pentacles is, you, them, some other person, I don't know, this energy feels you could be any of those three positions, Scorpio, so you know where you stand. It feels like the King of Pentacles is kind of like prepared for this loss for the sake of their security. It feels like for their bottom line, keep a roof over their head, food on the table, money coming in the door, or just feeling secure in themselves, because in some cases this may have been a very fraught or a very divisive scenario between two people. If in this dealing, whatever the dealing was with the Five of Swords, if the King of Pentacles felt they weren't being honest to themselves, or they weren't feeling confident or accomplished or abundant, they're willing to, let let it go, whatever let it go means, whatever the it is, because they're going to be coming out on the other end feeling more like themselves than they ever were before. I'm sensing someone who is confident, not cocky, just confident, or supported, maybe is another way to say it, because the King of Pentacles, in this particular case, I'm feeling like this could be like a rallying around this person of like friends and family, like coming to this person's defense, or, you know, consoling this person if they do feel a little, you know, shafted, or they do feel a little, well, I didn't get everything I wanted, or, you know, I got this, but I didn't get that, or I got this, but then that person over there, or those people are leaving my life. There's other people in this person's corner who's just like, you know, don't worry about a King of Pentacles. You're better off without that, or you're going to be fine in the long run, something like that. So this person feels very focused on maintaining the equilibrium in the situation. Their own equilibrium, thank you, is more the point. They want to be balanced and they want to be secure. And it could be after a very difficult energy with the Five of Swords, or difficult, because fives in the tarot indicate, or excuse me, fives in general, both in tarot and in numerology, equal challenges and change, and, you know, sort of has an aspect of overcoming or seeing past any type of setbacks, or taking the lumps, you know, taking, you know, the bruised, the bruises, and still persevering. So there's something about that here. I don't know whether this person, quote unquote, deserves it, because there is a potential that this is someone that you're dealing with, Scorpio, and they, quote unquote, might look on the surface to other people involved, or to other people's, you know, objective point of view, outside perspective, it looks like they're the winner. And so that might rub you the wrong way. If that's not you. If that's you, I guess, congratulations. On the other side, ooh, that actually, okay, so again, just to solidify that we're talking about a severing of ties, or like a division, like a line down the middle. You have the two people being the most innermost cards on both of these little spreads. So they've turned away from each other. The King of Pentacles is looking to the left, and the Queen of Swords is looking to the right. These people have really turned their backs on each other. Friends, family, lovers, it can go in any of those realms. So the detail for me is not really all that important, because, you know, energetically it fits all the bills. So Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So here goes somebody who may be similar energy to the King of Pentacles, but was standing on their principle, was standing on truth, was standing on clarity, was standing up for themselves, maybe, very articulate or very argumentative, maybe, but certainly self-protected. You know, I feel both of these people are trying to protect themselves, but this person is more interested in protecting the material side, the things that will help them stay afloat with their day-to-day needs as far as home, food, clothing, you know, safety, security, all that kind of stuff, right? This person is looking for the same type of equilibrium, or firm foundation, or solid footing, but in their mind. To be clear of mind, to have a clear conscience, maybe, to have clear lines of communication. I feel this person over here, not to say the King of Pentacles was a liar, but I feel that this Queen of Swords is a truth teller, or is seeking the truth, and therefore can't be involved with what they might perceive as somebody who doesn't tell the truth, or doesn't live their truth, or something like that. This feels like, you know, if I'm honest, it feels like a little like high principled, like, you know, high moral compass kind of thing. And what happens is that can be isolating. So you got that Five of Pentacles coming out next to the Queen of Swords. So this person may, you know, regardless of the pandemic, or maybe aided by the pandemic, maybe under the guise, or, you know, because of, you know, the circumstances as they are, may have isolated themselves from this other person, or, you know, just conveniently said, well, I guess that's over, and it's due to Corona. No, it's actually due to this person. Their ideals, their sensibilities mean more to them than being connected with this person in partnership, in a relationship, in friendship, whatever it is. This person over here is more like, you may feel like you won, but and that's the thing, is like the Five of Pentacles is not like the Five of Swords. It's not viewed as a win. It's more of like I think in this moment, or I think for a while, this person had felt like they were, you know, on an island by themselves, stranded, abandoned is also a word that we get with the Five of Pentacles, and left up to their own devices, even though they probably had a hand in, you know, causing this, you know. The Queen of Queen of Cords. I don't know what that means. That might mean something to you. The Queen of Swords can kind of, you know, talk herself into a bad position. And I say her only because it's a queen. We could be talking about a male. You know, don't hold on too hard to any genders that are mentioned. But I feel like this person may have talked themselves based on their principles, based on their, you know, I'm going to be taking the high road, so to speak. It may have caused them to feel or be perceived as, if they didn't perceive themselves, they might have other people perceiving them as poor. And possibly literally because the person on the other side is the King of Pentacles, somebody who 9 times out of 10 would probably not be viewed as poor. But, you know, that's strictly financial. And again, it's Pentacles to Pentacles, so that does apply, you know, in terms of job, money in the bank, etc., ways in which we, you know, rank or rate wealth is possibly on the line here. But it's also got that other connotation of poor. This person doesn't feel poor, or excuse me, this person might be viewed as poor of spirit. Because again, like, because of these principles, because of this person coming out as the Queen of Swords, they might have a lot to say about the morals or questioning the judgment and the actions of others. Critical. Thank you. That's the freaking word I was looking for. This person might be very critical of the other person or just people in general. And that can be read as having like a poor, you know, interpersonal way of relating to people, and this person might either feel isolated or ostracized, or that's how people treat them. The ironic thing about this Five of Pentacles, especially versus the Five of Swords, is the Five of Pentacles has a little bit of a ray of hope. Because you see these two people, these two little characters on the card, they're outside of a chapel, they're outside of a church, a place of sanctuary, a place of rest. So this person is in proximity, either in terms of time, because time can be represented by the pentacles, it's something that we value here in the 3D world, or in terms of their finances, in terms of career or opportunities. This person is like on the precipice or right next door, or in some cases very ignorant of what they have going for them. You know, both sides have pros and cons to them. I don't, you know, it's not my place to show preference. And I really can't really feel a preference, because subjectively it feels like both people are happy with the outcome, or they're happy with what's going on, even though they've lost something in the process. Maybe that's, I mean, they're both a king and a queen, so they're the masters of their respective suits. So they're kind of coming from a slightly higher perspective, but I feel like still there's something in the water here, so to speak, something in the ether here that doesn't, it's the full story isn't known to me, or it's not known to one of these people or both of these people. And based on the information that is known, we might be seeing two very skewed perspectives or points of view. Interesting. But I absolutely see two people who are not getting along, and it could be more than two people. It could be like 2 versus 3 or 4 versus 8, you know, whatever the breakdown is. But two particular energies, excuse me, who are not in concert with each other. They're not congruent. They're not gelling. They're not meshing. So let's see further information here for Scorpio. What other information can you give Scorpio regarding this situation right now? Further information for Scorpio at this time regarding the situation, please show me. One more, they say. Okay, one more. Further information. Thank you. So 2 of Pentacles, but the first card that came out was, I knew that was going to come out. I knew it. And it was face down, and I think it landed a little bit over here, but I placed it in the middle. So there you go. Symbolically, you know, that should track for some of you guys. Symbolically, we have in the middle of these two people a devil energy. Major Arcana Capricorn could indicate an actual Capricorn, but it doesn't have to. And then the Two of Pentacles came out. And I'm going to address the Two of Pentacles separately. And it actually came out over here on this person's side, so we might address that. But this, and it came out, which came out first? No, this came out first. So yeah. In some of your cases, Scorpio, you're dealing with karmic contracts, karmic bonds. Some of you are dealing with toxicity. Some of you are dealing with codependence. Some of you are dealing with, you know, adverse is the, that's not the correct word, but they're like adverse behavior. Okay. Oh, okay. Self-sabotage. Because again, it feels like both sides could be participating in that. You might be, yes, karmic stuff. You might be mirroring somebody here. Okay. And yeah, I'm not even going to mention it. But there is something here where if you are friends, if you're coworkers, lovers, partners of any type, you might be treating each other the same way, or you might be coming from the same, you know, perspective or headspace of, well, I got to look out for me. I've got to make sure that my ends meet. I've got to make sure that I am living by my integrity. And it's basically saying the same thing. I want to do what's not beyond. Thank you. They're like beyond that. Beyond what's doing best for me, I have to show the other person that this is something like that. Whatever it is, it's a little funky. It has created this funky energy, or if it didn't create it, it is being highlighted here that there's some type of connection between you and this person that makes either of you or both of you feel bound to each other or bound to the circumstances that you share. You know, if this was about division of property, division of assets, you know, you both feel attached to the house, or you both feel you have a right to the business, or you both feel you put in, you know, equal parts to whatever, and I don't see any cards of legality here, you know, but I'll acknowledge it because that's reality. Maybe some of you, this is a court case, you know, defendant and plaintiff, plaintiff and defendant, whatever. And it's just like kind of nasty, but it's not nasty. Like, I'm taking this, for some of you, it like feels incredibly nasty, but honestly, this is about a lesson. This is about something that you or them or the pair of you together, Scorpio, are meant to learn on an astrological karmic type of station or place, right? You might have a karmic contract with this person, no matter who they are. You know, I think a lot of people think of karmic partners as being strictly romantic. This could be a best friend. This could be, you know, in terms of tarot, Capricorn, this could be a father or a father figure for you, because Capricorn and Cancer being opposites of each other. Capricorn is the father archetype, and Cancer being the feminine, the mother archetype. Yeah. And there's something about, in some of your cases, you or the other person feel like there's no escape from this, because the devil, as just a hodgepodge of traits, can also be seen as a trickster, can also be seen as someone or a character or an energy or a mindset or whatever that convinces us that what is not real is real, that a certain delusion, a certain fear, a certain self-belief is a fact, right? If somebody believes that they can't live their life unless this is just an example. I'm not calling this the entire energy of this side, but let's say over here someone says, I can't live unless I live here. I won't be happy unless I live here. Because I feel like for some of you, this is about property or the ownership of property, maybe like the handling of deeds or whatever. So someone says, I can't be happy unless this physical space or this physical object belongs to me, is under my control, or, this is where I take up residence. False. Look at how large the world is. False. That's absolutely false. That's your belief. That's a limiting self-belief. Why would you say out of however many, square miles of land exist on the earth that only this small place, this house, this apartment, this office, this whatever is where you can be happy? That's stupid. No offense to you or anybody else, but that's really dumb. But that's the trick of the devil. It convinces you that, yeah, I can't be happy. There's no way that I could move, or there's no way that I could sell. There's no way that I'm going to give you ownership of this. Blah. Duh. Over here, it could be something that, it's like this person over here, or this energy demands respect, demands possibly adherence, or what do you call that? Obedience, right? If people don't oblige or obey me, then I need to leave the situation, or I'm not valued there. Maybe that's it, valued. Maybe this person puts too much emphasis on how they relate to other people. They might put too much emphasis on truthfulness. Yes, that could be, yes, okay, here. That could be damning. And, and take it with a grain of salt. If someone here, upholds the truth above anything else, then they kind of create an exclusionary energy around them, hence the isolating feeling of the Five of Pentacles. And that's karmic, that's devil energy. Because that's another self-perception or self-belief that doesn't allow you to sometimes enjoy life, enjoy the small things in life, possibly enjoy, casual relationships or casual connections. You know what I mean? If you, strike up a conversation with your male person, do you need to know their inner workings of how they feel? Hey, good to see you, Bob. Hey, how's the wife? None of your business. I'm just here to give you your mail. Say hi and bye. How are you? Good day. Blah blah blah, and keep it moving. So this person might have too high expectations, which end up making them feel isolated, or they're perceived to be isolated. Right? Devil energy, all that. Now, this Two of Pentacles. Scorpio, I'm trying to keep this series short, but you always get long readings from me. This Two of Pentacles, it came out over here on the on this side with the King of Pentacles, but they're letting me know it can apply to the other person, but majority of the energy is with this person. So Two of Pentacles, there is that tendency, the Queen of Swords, based on the elements, swords versus pentacles, air versus earth. The air is very changeable, right? It could be windy for the majority of the day, and then the air breaks down, or the wind changes direction. It's blowing south, then it's blowing southeast, then it's blowing to the east, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It changes. It's way more dynamic. The earth, in terms of, again, tarot and elementals, is slower to change. It is slower to develop or show signs of changing, okay? And with the Two of Pentacles, that involves some type of decision making, or that involves being caught up in making a decision. So more than, no, they're just the same. So both of these fives involve both sides needing to reevaluate, or struggling through this period of evaluation, or struggling through this period of separation, or the division that's between the two. Both sides, but more so on this side, could be your side, could be the other person, I don't know. There is this am I making the right decision? And okay, thank you. It's also, okay, so one of the things that we mention when we see this card in tarot is the infinity loop, the infinity sign between this person's hands, this character's hand. Come on. Thank you. Where you see the infinity loop, right? So on a track, on a repeat in this person's head, or both of them possibly, is this fixation on the physical, this fixation on money, this fixation on what is valued, And listen, Earth, Pentacles, tends to be valuing things that are tangible. Money, car, house, food, the things that we can reach out and touch and interact with our five senses. If you want to get a little more abstract, time is also in there. But there's more to life, yes, than the physical. And I think that this person, one side or the other, or both sides, are kind of fixated on how they see the world or what is valuable to them. The King of Pentacles clearly has a high value or a high affinity for those physical attributes of life. And the Queen is more aligned with the intellectual attributes of life. Communication, interpersonal relationships, or the ability to create and sever them. And they both are like clinging to that. That's very interesting. So this is obviously going way longer than I needed. So let's just get advice. We're not going to get an actual... Oh, wait, we did. So let's just go ahead and get one card of advice for Scorpio regarding this situation. One card of advice for Scorpio. Ten of Cups. Well, for some of you, this is a family connection. This is someone that you have a family that you have a family with. This is someone, a cousin, a brother, sister, or this could be the person that you've created a family with, your spouse, or, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever the situation is. Could also be friends, because in our modern world, not everyone has blood relatives that they would consider to be a part of the Ten of Cups. But I think your advice for both parties, since I put it in the middle, right, is to find that happy place, and the joy of life. Both of these people are not experiencing joy at the moment. Maybe because of the separation, maybe because of the differences between you at this time, maybe because in some of your cases, maybe there's not a lot of communication because, again, they're facing away from each other, right? So you may have been happier, or you may find because, the Ten of Cups is about that ultimate fulfillment. Dreams come true, right? Dreams come true in the Ten of Cups. And I don't care what your relationship is, friends, family, lover, otherwise, it doesn't matter. If you have turned away from each other and you feel miserable, or you feel caught up in some type of rumination, I don't know what to do, maybe you're realizing some of your own personal hiccups or hang-ups here, and maybe they are realizing the same, whatever. Perhaps your meeting point, there's because I placed it in the middle, there's something about, bridging a gap. And I keep doing this with my fingers. What is this? E.T. phone home or some shit? Maybe. Okay. Because I said this could be family, right? And what is in that movie? What does E.T. want to do? He wants to phone home. He wants to call to his home. And that whole movie is about getting that alien back to where it came from. So in some of your cases, this could be a reconciliation with a family member, or whoever is your Ten of Cups. Your child. Your best friend. It doesn't matter. And at this moment, truly, it feels like two people who mirror each other, who are just as stubborn as the other, are possibly just possibly being too up their own asses, if I'm honest. No offense to you, no offense to the other person, no offense to anybody, but that's kind of what that feels like, okay? Let's get some advice for Scorpio. Which deck, please? Through the Oracle deck, and then we're going to wrap this up. Advice for Scorpio through which Oracle deck, please? Energy Oracle cards. 50-50 shot. Only 2 Oracle decks for these mid-messages. But anyway, Oracle message for Scorpio at this time. What does Scorpio need to know? What advice can we give Scorpio at this time? Last one, thank you. Hostilities. 2 plus 6 is an 8, so that might be a significant number for you. If you care about numerology, hostilities. So listen, you and them, or one of you, have your guards up. If we look at this, it looks pretty barbaric. It looks pretty, taking no prisoners, chopping heads. So maybe it's the Queen of Swords only. But, you know, it does feel, like I said, very mirrored, very similar energy. So you guys could be like twins, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Like you guys could be, you know, identical twins. But anyway, so it feels like guards are up. And I feel both people, or at least one more than the other, is just highly defensive. And I don't know that that's, well, it could be. Okay. Okay. Because remember, I did mention earlier with that devil card, there is something possibly to be met or overcome or acknowledged or dealt with if this is a codependent relationship. And that's dicey because I, you know, am in no capacity to give you, you know, true therapeutic advice. But it feels like some of you might be needing, how can I say this? The same relationship that has your guards up, that has, you know, you standing your ground, is the same relationship or the same connection that is meant to be healed, that is meant to be in some type of working union, is how they're making me feel, working union, right? But until the hostilities are dealt with, until, you know, not bygones be bygones, because I feel like that's undue forgiveness. There's a massive amount of healing has to happen here, period. And I don't know, there's something, like they keep giving me like, yes, the other person here is the reason for the hostilities, or the mixture of these two people is the reason for hostilities. But at the same time, it's not actually, for many of you, it's not the relationship itself that needs, it's weird. For some of you, this is like feeling like in due time a reconciliation could be or might be necessary, but at this moment, you know, defenses are way too up. Something like that. So let's see what the book says. Defense is up, aggressive energy, correct. This card shows a man raising his sword in readiness to do battle. When it comes upright, it reveals a situation where hostilities towards you are about to be or have already been engaged. The aggressive energy may be verbal or emotional with someone in your environment, being excessively critical, demanding, or hurtful. In a work or social situation, there may be backstabbing or out-and-out slander going on. This is different from the deceit card because the hostile energies are more apparent, more overt. In fact, you may have been living with them for some time. But whether this is new or old energy, now is the time to regain control. Allowing dishonoring treatment from others is an open invitation to the universe to send you more. It may feel risky, but you need to have the courage to stand up for yourself now and always. Okay, I vibe with that. I totally agree with that. That could be the thing. You know, Scorpio, if you've been forgiving before, if you've allowed this person, you know, chance after chance after chance, or you've, you know, taken whatever crap they've got to give to you and they've taken your crap and you just mutually just open the door to each other's crap, it may be time to have that strong, it may be time to have that strong border or boundary, right? I still feel, however, for some of you, because of that advice being the 10 of Cups, not that you need to forgive and like run back into each other's arms or anything like that, but more of like a, perhaps keep the perspective of, it's difficult. I don't want to go too much into it. So you'll be able to parse what out of this whatever you need. I'm actually going to cut this short because I don't want to ramble on. So anyway, guys, that's your reading for I almost said mid-October, mid-August. If you liked it, if there's something here that resonated with you, please hit the like button. Please consider leaving a comment. You know, I love comments. I love to see, you know, how you guys you know, attach to the reading or what you pull out of it that helps you. You can feel free to share the video if you want other people to know you like watching my stuff or that there's a message here possibly for a friend of yours. And if you haven't subscribed, friends, please consider subscribing. All right, Scorpio, I'll be back soon with your September readings. If you want to get at me for a personal reading, again, that information is down in the description box. And if you're looking for more messages from me, check out your playlist. Recently did a no communication reading for all the signs. So if you are interested, or you have someone that you haven't spoken to and you want some insight, maybe that could help you. All right, Scorpio, I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.